Where are my steel ball starts? I don't want to play any of these. Oh. Jump drive to the cross map rear spawn. Yeah, that's a thing they could have done. I don't know that that wins, but it might have been better. It's a bit awkward if they're expecting me to beacon into their cross map for the third round in a row, fourth round in a row. We should be... Like modern, the saltiest Magic players you encountered were in that format. Yeah, it's just gonna depend on the playgroup. Round one looks good. Legacy Stoneblade, Legacy Miracles, lots of fun. Those deck circles to play. Too much format knowledge required. Yeah, there's a lot of that in Legacy for sure. That's pretty much every interesting deck in Legacy, though. Requires a lot of format knowledge to play well. Steel Ball, Sledge. I don't think I want the Stangs. Could try Torrential Marksman again. Field Maintenance next turn. See some money, but it's such a good format. Yeah, I don't know if it's still such a good format, but it definitely was such a good format. Let's get one more of these just to make sure we're clearing. I don't think I have to missile. Man, from what I've heard right now, Legacy is in a real bad spot. And has been for a while. Yeah, there's hopes that the ban list in August fixes things. But Reanimator has an absurd metagame share. Yeah, it has an 18% metagame share according to MTG Top 8. But I think played cards in the format. How do I see that here? I don't know where that is anymore. But it was like all of the most played cards in the format, if you looked at it on MTG Goldfish, was like the Grief Reanimator shell. Just you could just make a deck list of the top played cards in the format. Well, let's splash first. Second level these. Do I trust this to be good enough clear? Wait for Legacy. Let me see. They ban out of it? Grief. I think everyone is calling for a Grief ban. I don't think there's even much debate over it. Incarnations have been busted in one format or another. I don't know, Solitude and Subtlety have been fine, right? Endurance has been fine. Like, Fury got banned, but it was kind of a memed-on ban. It's really just been Grief. I guess you could say the Incarnations got Beanstalk banned for Modern. Yeah, got banned because of Grief Fury scam. Yeah. I don't want to AA if I don't need to. Can we, like... We can, like, tech Fangs and go, like, Fang, Marksman, Tarantula. That's a core, right? We'll eventually get a giant for this. Legacy Reanimator more dominant than Nadu in Modern? I don't know. There's not really as many big tournaments for Legacy. If you were to run a Legacy Pro Tour, I would not be surprised if you had similar results to the Nadu Pro Tour. What was it? 6 of the top 8. But in Legacy, people have their pet decks that they'll play no matter what. Card availability is a pretty big issue. This list I'm looking at is $3,500. Yeah, it like solves the issue that Reanimator always had of what do you do if you're not doing your broken Reanimator combo stuff. It gives you play if you don't have Entomb or like a discard spell for your big dumb dude. Lots of the middle or NPCs spawned each round. Yeah, yeah. And defeating the middle army gives you gold. And a small amount of points. Speed matches. I like having the ability to go barrier too. One of these turns. Fair game until you do something busted, which would still happen really quickly. Yeah, you still have the same busted plan. Like, you're still playing 4 Entomb, 4 Reanimates. You've still got those turn 2 Grizzlebrand, or I guess turn 2 Atraxa plays that you've always had. But now you can also just go, like, turn 1, evoke Grief, Reanimate Grief, rip 2 cards out of their hand, have a clock in play. And even in Legacy, a lot of decks might have trouble dealing with a 3-2 on turn 1 after losing 2 cards from their opening hand. Need a lead on these marksmen just to do enough damage to these Vulcans. They're very tanky. To be fair, 2500 of that is the Underground Seas. Yeah, I mean that's the format. That's the format. Oh, right, I got a tech already. Well, I guess I'm loaning. Fair. Underground Seas is really $800 now. Are all duels up this much? Is it just Underground Sea? Or Tundras? Tundra's still like 400. Wow. Props. Props are more expensive than Tundras now? Man, the fall of miracles. What are Tropical Island? Like $100 more than Tundras. Sell one of these. Was it? I thought it was Underground Sea, then Tundra, then Volk, then Trop. It's been a while, though. Underground Sea's always been the most expensive one. The difference wasn't usually as big as it is now. Ground Sea. I bought a bunch of heavy plate duels before I stopped playing. I don't know if I have one or two. Yeah, I have one Underground Sea. Retail on a heavy plate Underground Sea when I quit was 220. I still have the price tag on the sleeve. Yeah, this thing is destroyed. But playable. I'm gonna need some anti-missile. Sleeve playable, that's what matters. Just wait a turn to try to get factory next. Please. I don't really have a good beacon. They're both playing on the line. Doesn't even get me the tower. Box diamonds are probably a good pickup. Last I checked, those were crazy. I think I bought my Mox Diamonds at like 70 bucks. They're now... There's one random one listed for 450. But they have 0 sales. I think they were more like 550. No! Oh, wait. Yay! We won the round. My god. Yeah, I got into Legacy at a pretty good time. I bought most of the deck while it was really cheap. And then I think the last thing I bought was my Tabernacle at like 600. But I waited way too long on the Tabernacle. I could have gotten Tabernacle at like 80. Well, we didn't get the War Factory. Still need this hiding behind the Fangs. Let's not screw that up. Yeah, I still have it. It was still good, don't get me wrong, but... could have been better. Fire. Okay. Well, yeah, the duels have always been most of the expense to most of the decks in the format. They're like the reserve list stuff that never gets power crept out. For a modern deck is gross. I don't think there has ever been a time in Modern where one of the best decks wasn't 1,000 plus. Like, you still can get cheap Modern decks, I'm sure, but... like, Jund was, like, 2 grand. Back during Splinter Twin. Yeah, Tarmogoyfs were like 200 bucks. Dark Confidants were... I think like 100? Maybe 80? Even like the fetches and shocks were expensive back then. The mana bases have gotten significantly cheaper. Naughty Band spikes Boros energy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. At AM tech? Eh, fuck the tech. Let's just get devices. At this point, when there's only 1 round left, you may as well just get the devices, right? Jund always seemed like an outlier for cost. I don't know, even the cheaper modern decks were usually like Burn was 300-400 bucks just because of the lands for a while. I don't know what Burn is nowadays. I think Burn now is dirt, but Like, the cheapest fetch was, like, $20. All the Shocklands were 15 plus. There's one deck on the front page of Goldfish for under 500, and that's Ruby Storm. We won this round? Go us. Fang Strong. I need to play Mass Fang more. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. Be back in like 2 minutes. When we get back, we will play some more. Hope you guys stick around.